March corn closed moderately higher for the second day in a row, and it has been a nice 2-day bounce off of the very key 100-day moving average support. It also pretty much represents the neckline of a potential head and shoulders formation. We just saw a similar formation like this in the soybeans, and the soybeans did break that neckline and had a pretty precipitous sell-off after that. But for the moment, corn has saved that. In fact, now, after these last 2 days, it is testing its upward resistance level of the 200-day moving average. That March corn contract, by the way, has closed above that 200-day moving average only 3 times in the existence of that contract. And all 3 of those times that it has closed above the 200-day moving average, it was followed by a very sharp sell-off the next day. So if corn were to close above that 200-day moving average and then stay above it for the next day, it could bring in a fair amount of technical buying. Really, corn has been in a sideways range for almost 2 months now. It is a period of making a decision, and you wonder which way that decision might go. We did have weekly export sales reported this week. Now, again, this is still playing catch up from the shutdown. This was for the week ended 11/27 or November 27th. And that number was at the higher end of expectations at 1.792 million metric tons. It's a pretty good number for corn for this time of year, or that time of year, I should say. The average trade guesses, or the range of trade guesses, was 1 million to 2 million metric tons. So again, coming in towards the higher end of the expectations. Year to year, or year over year, or year to date, marketing year to date, total sales for that period ended November 27th are up 30% on the year. Export sales have been very good. That continues to be a very bright spot of the corn balance sheet. We'll see how that progresses. The focus now really becomes on that January report, major report. We have the WASDE, which is the World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimates, typical monthly report. But in that January report comes along with it the crop production report. There can be some very big changes on last year's crop on that report. And if that happens, that changes the whole balance sheet. There will be changes in demand as well if there's big changes in production. And we'll also be looking at South American weather. So shortly after the first of the year, there's going to be a whole lot going on from a fundamental perspective for that corn market. Lots going on in general. Happy holidays, everybody. And you stay tuned and you stay safe.